The other day, Dan, my sports guy, told me about an upcoming auction of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's memorabilia. So I flew into Philadelphia, and I'm headed out towards New Jersey to go look at this stuff. It's a once-in-a-lifetime deal. If I can get to buy some of this stuff before the auction, I think I might be able to get it for a really good price, and hopefully, this is going to be a great day.
Hey, Rick, I'm Ken. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. So I'm here to see that stuff.
Great. Let's go take a look back here.
Okay. You got a lot of stuff in here.
Yes, we've got some really cool stuff, but the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar collection is what you came to see.
That stuff is amazing. I mean,
Exactly. My auction house is one of the world's largest sports collectible auction houses, and we have the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar collection. All of these items are scheduled to go to auction. However, we've set some items aside, and if something can be worked out, he can get them, and they will never hit the auction block.
this is pretty damn impressive. He was like the first mega superstar in basketball.
3 straight championships in college, 6 NBA championships, 6 NBA Most Valuable Player awards. Nobody else has that resume.
Arguably the greatest basketball player ever.
And then you look at what else he's accomplished. Actor, civil rights, writer.
Also, you know, philanthropy. He's has a foundation.
Yep, Skyhook, and that's one of the reasons why he's doing this, is to help his Skyhook Foundation.
Okay.
So let me show you what we got. This is the official NBA Most Valuable Player Award. In 1975-76, he led the league with 17 rebounds a game, had one of his best ever seasons.
Yeah, and this is his first season with the Lakers.
That is correct, yep. So went to the new team,
Yeah.
certainly earned his money.
Those are his goggles?
These are his iconic goggles, correct.
So how many pairs of those are out there?
Kareem himself had only 2 pairs.
That's pretty cool. And he wore those because he was so tall, people, you know, when they went up the block or whatever, and like he would get stuck in the eye.
Exactly. Just think somebody jumping up to try and get a ball. You know, some of these centers back when he played might have been 6'8", and he was 7'2", so he was taller than them. They went to reach and poked him in the eye. That protected him.
Are these prescription?
No, they are just normal. You try them on.
They're a little big for me.
Okay.
And this is...
His 1979 All-Star Game jersey comes directly from Kareem, and you can even see in here, you know, you see the dirt from, you know, from the playing use. I mean, it's unwashed. Sorry about that, but that's what the way people like it. And it's just a remarkable piece of basketball history.
A game-worn jersey is really, really cool, but an all-star jersey, that's just sort of like, that's a completely different thing.
Exactly. They had to make the All-Star Game. They had to play in the All-Star Game, and then they only wore 1.
If you're into basketball and if you just had this stuff right here, I think you're done.
It's incredible. However, I saved the best for last.
What kind of holy grail do you have?
Why don't you let me bring it to you? How about that? It's very unique, and it's part of his Lakers dynasty.
Okay.
Okay, let me go
All right,
grab it from
I'm
the safe.
intrigued.
Thank you.
I just don't know what could really be better than that. It's amazing.
This
Whoa.
is the 1987-88 Los Angeles Lakers ring presented to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's a back-to-back ring, and it is the final championship that he won in his NBA career.
Can I touch it?
Absolutely. Take a close look.
Okay, I just have to do this.
Sure.
I am now officially a better person. I mean, obviously he didn't wear it a lot.
Yeah, he kept it in mint condition. And, you know, just like baseball cards, you know, the better the condition, the more valuable the item.
Yeah, that is so cool.
I mean, as you probably know, dealing with rings is the most precious item to an athlete. They will,
Yeah.
you know, they'll do a jersey, they'll do a basketball. You know, these players do not give up their championship rings.
It's a really rare occasion when they do it.
Exactly. And this is the biggest name to ever make any of these items available.
That's pretty amazing right there.
Thank you.
So, this is the moment. How much do you want for this stuff?
Well, what we're doing is we are helping Kareem raise money for his charity. For the trophy, we would expect it to go for around $300,000. For the goggles, we would expect a price around $40,000. For the jersey, we would expect the price around $125,000. And on the ring, we would be looking for $375,000.
Okay, Yeah, a little bit more than your standard ring.
Yeah.
So I knew this was going to be amazing stuff, so I arranged for my sports guy, Dan, to be here, but he can't get here until tomorrow. So can I come back tomorrow?
Absolutely, I'll be here.
Really feel like I should light a candle before I leave. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Sounds great. I'll show you out.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
Doing great, man.
Good to see you. Big hookup, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, dude, this is definitely the hookup. This stuff is badass.
All right, let's check it out.
Oh,
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Hey guys, how you doing? Dan, good to see you again.
Ken, nice to see
Thank you
you.
for coming
How's it
back,
going?
Rick. Good, I was just grabbing the ring out of the safe for you.
yeah, you never get to see, I mean, like, this is like the ultimate Kareem Abdul-Jabbar stuff, period. I wanted Dan to check these out.
Sure, I mean, that's wonderful, and I don't want to trump Dan, but as far as authenticity goes, let me do you one better. I'll be right back if you don't mind.
Okay. I tried on the ring.
Really?
It's so cool. Oh, my God.
I thought that you might like to meet the man himself to
It is-
talk a
it
little
is an
bit
honor.
about his collection.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great.
It's
How you doing?
a very big honor. I'm Dan.
Pleasure.
So this is your stuff?
This is my stuff.
So you can authenticate it.
I can definitely authenticate.
Where have you kept all this stuff?
So it was all in the basement of my mom's house in Queens, and the NBA offices are in New York. So if I got an award, I'd just say, send it to my mom's house. They knew my mom real well. And then I had a fire. My house burned down, but I managed to keep all of my stuff.
That's just amazing. You got a storied life.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into accumulating this, but it was a great life.
Some pretty amazing stuff here.
I know, Rick, you had asked me a question about the goggles.
I don't know, I'm a little bit in awe, so hold on a second.
I'd gotten poked in the eye a number of times and had scratched corneas. So in order to guard my vision, I started wearing these.
And when you first started wearing them, did the other guys tease you about them?
No. A lot of kids who have to wear glasses kind of were
That's cool.
encouraged by me
Yeah.
because they say, oh, Kareem wears glasses and he's playing in the NBA, you know.
Cool. And you're selling all this and giving money to charity?
Yeah, we'll go to my foundation. I send kids to camp so that they can learn about STEM subjects, science, technology, engineering, and math.
That's cool. So maybe we can make a deal on something.
We absolutely can make a deal. And if we do, maybe you can come down to LA and we'll go to a Laker game.
With you?
Absolutely.
I think we need to buy something.
Because that wasn't in the bucket list till now.
Right.
All right, well, thanks. It's been a pleasure meeting you, man.
Pleasure's
It really
mine.
has.
Yeah, pleasure, an honor.
I'll be back, guys.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar right in front of us,
Yeah.
authenticating his stuff.
All right, so give me some prices.
75 MVP trophy. We're looking at about $225,000. We got the Game Used Western Conference All-Star jersey. Probably looking at about $100,000 to $125,000. The 87-88 championship ring, you're looking at $250,000.
Okay.
The goggles, I personally think are really cool. You're looking at between $20,000 and $30,000. And I think they'll be great for the store,
So I bet that was an experience, huh?
Yeah.
to say the least.
Thanks, man.
Good luck.
Thank you, Dan.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it. Good
Ken, good to
seeing
see
you
you.
again. Yep.
So, how much should we take for the goggles?
We're looking to get at $40,000.
I'll give you 15 grand.
I can't take 15 grand. I'm trying to help Kareem out. You met him in person.
I know.
I can go down to 35,000 for you.
I'll give you 20 grand.
27.5.
22.
Tell you what. Agree at 25,000. Don't counter. I will get you the tickets to go with him to a Lakers game this season and see the Lakers with Kareem and watch LeBron James play.
It's sort of hard to say no. All right, thanks, man. It has just been an absolutely amazing day. I bought Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's goggles, and I'm going to a Lakers game with him. I can't wait to rub this in Corey and Chum's face. It's gonna be glorious. A guy called me up, said he has a Star Wars collection. People go nuts over this stuff. So me and Chum are at his house, and we're gonna take a look at it. Hey, how's it going? You're the guy with the Star Wars?
That's right.
Okay.
Come on over here. I'll show you the Star Wars collection I called you about.
Damn, this is cool.
What is all this stuff?
Most of this is Star Wars original filming props, either production made or screen used.
Whoa. You're really into Star Wars, aren't you?
You know, I've probably seen the first film 1,000 times. Most of these items were really, really hard to get. I've had something come up, and it's another collector I know. He's willing to let go of something else. It's a Star Wars prop. It's really iconic, but I need to raise some money, and I need to raise some money real fast.
It's the most collectible series ever.
This is a resin blaster. It was used by stormtroopers in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Sweet.
This is an original 3PO piece from the original Star Wars.
Okay, that is definitely cool.
And these are 3PO prototype eyes.
So what is this, like lava?
Yeah, this is actually from Episode 3.
All right, that's pretty cool. Let me guess. Petrified alien dung.
No, this is actually the Sarlacc pit tentacle puppet as used on screen in Return of the Jedi in 1983.
Sweet.
The same tentacle that grabs Lando's leg.
It is amazing. I'm kind of blown away by this stuff. Star Wars fans are the craziest, the nuttiest, and they pay the most. So if this is what this guy says it is, I think we have some serious money here. Where did you get all this stuff?
Most of it's from past crew that either worked at Lucasfilm when the trilogy was being made, or some of it's more of the well-known dealers.
Okay. So how much do you want for all this stuff?
To do the whole package, I mean, talking like 80,000.
You know, I know it's worth money, but I have no idea how much. I have a friend who is like the world's largest Star Wars freak. Do you mind if I get him down here to look at this stuff?
I do mind in a sense that I just want to make sure they're really on their A game.
It's my friend Steve Grad. He works for PSA, and he authenticates a lot of Star Wars stuff.
It's not really in regards of authenticity. In terms of regards to price, the value on something like this could be $25,000 to $80,000, depending on the way the sun shines.
If we can make a deal, we can make a deal. Just let me get my buddy down here. I mean, he really is that Star Wars nerd. Okay?
Okay. The only thing I could be nervous about is just making sure this guy gets to the right circles in the collecting community. If they can't find somebody like that, I'm gonna stop it right here.
Impressive. Most impressive. You guys know that I've got, this sick obsession with Star Wars. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
it's like nerdly weird.
It's out of control. I go visit the sites. I mean, I was in the desert. It's up in California, but they have a big pit there. It's a pit of Carcoon. It's awesome. Guys drop
The
into
Pit
it.
of Carcoon.
Yes, and they have the Sarlacc pit. It had tentacles in it, and when the guys went down into it, they got eaten alive and kind of digested over years. You have to wonder what happened to Boba Fett.
Sure.
Rick and Chum gave me a call today. It was kind of a unique situation. Usually it's autographs. But Rick also knows that I know everybody associated with the films, so I figured, hey, why not come down and take a look at this stuff? What are your concerns, Rick?
I need to know if these are all real movie props, and can I make money on this stuff?
Absolutely. I mean, more movies are coming out. So Star Wars is about as hot as it gets. It's gonna be off the charts.
Okay, so tell me, what's the stuff worth?
I do recognize some of these pieces, but there's so many fakes in the marketplace. People knock these things off all the time. So before I tell you for sure, I want to make a phone call, check with a few guys I know in the industry.
Yo, you want me to call Luke Skywalker for you?
No, I could use the Force, so I'm good. Thanks, man. Before I could actually authenticate these items, I want to basically get to look at the provenance, look at the pieces themselves, and actually talk to some of the guys who had something to do with making them. I'm back.
You get your nerd on?
Yes, of course. Thank you.
All right. The guys from the pawn shop called Steve, take a look at my Star Wars collection. He seems like a really good guy. I can tell that he's been around the circles. He knows the kind of people he needs to be talking to about this stuff.
I had a chance to talk to Kit West about this, and Kit West is Academy Award winner. He actually helped with the assemblage of this piece. He specifically told me how it was manufactured, how it was put together. There's no doubt in my mind that this is screen used. So that's a big piece right there.
All right, and is the rest of the stuff real?
I know the provenance of this C-3PO. I have very little doubt about it. I've seen the piece before. I know the story about these being salvaged. Those two were the prototypes, they really used to put on Daniels. But at any rate,
so they're real?
Yes. Yeah, no doubt about that, yeah.
Okay.
The big one is the blaster. It's about as rare as it gets. That is probably one of the ultimate display pieces a collector could have. And obviously, you see here, it is the centerpiece of the collection.
Is it real?
I have no doubt about that. Absolutely.
Okay, all right. So what's the stuff worth?
Okay, overall, as we're looking at a huge group here, I think your total value is right around $75,000.
Okay. And people spend this kind of money on it.
They do. And you have to realize something. That passion is never going to stop. It's crazy.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
I will let you know if I get
Good
it.
luck. Yeah, good luck. What I did is I kind of looked at an overall picture of what was there, because I think as a group they were much stronger as some of the individual pieces. But there was some great value there, some really fascinating pieces. And I mean, it's movie history. You don't get to see this stuff every day.
What's your best price on them?
I mean, really, the 80 is kind of what I'd like to see.
I mean, I got to resell it. I'll give you 50 grand for them.
50 I can't do. I mean, if to the whole collection, that I cannot do. We're a galaxy far, far away, no pun intended. But can you go 70?
No, there's no money for me at that. None. I will go 52. I mean, there's not a lot of margin there for me. It costs money to sell stuff.
I'm gonna have to decline on that. I got it. I have to decline on that.
If you change your mind over the next few days, give me a call.
Okay. Hey, thank you so much.
I'm a little disappointed I couldn't make a deal. When I do things like this, there's a lot of time involved, and time is money. But hey, even though I'm not a super huge nerdy fan, it is still pretty cool stuff.
How was it?
Perfect.
Wanted too much money. As far as I'm concerned, anyway.
The stuff was cool, though.
I mean, the deal wasn't right. If the deal's not right, the deal's not right. You can't make it.
What are you, like Yoda or something?
Ugly and smart. He was also bald.
Yeah, and big ears.
I was thinking more like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Just face it, Rick. You're Darth Vader.
If I'm Darth Vader, you're the evil emperor.
Sounds like a good title for me.
All right, well, Luke Skywalker's not listening to this conversation anymore.
Yes, Corey, you are my son.
I've been trying to convince the guys that I can find them some killer deals. So I found something that could make Rick a whole bunch of money. I just hope he's got an open mind.
Hey, what's up? You guys from the pawn shop?
Yeah, how you doing?
How you doing?
This place is amazing.
World's largest collection of Nikes.
It looks like a temple to me. So give me a minute while I meditate.
Every shoe in this collection is brand new, and each shoe represents a pivotal Nike innovation. This collection's my pride and joy, but I'm looking to sell it because it's time to move on. I'm gonna ask for $1 million for my collection, but I'd be willing to take $800,000.
So what all do you have here?
Well, it's the world's largest collection of Nikes. It's broken down into categories like running, basketball, different themes, and all the shoes are on display with toys and props that bring them to life.
Really interesting. Do you sell these?
I'm gonna sell them all at once.
Okay. Can you show us around?
Oh, I'd love to. You've got 40 years of Nike running, all in chronological order. Where Nike running ends, Nike basketball begins. So you got 5 aisles of basketball.
There's just so many damn shoes.
You'll never find another collection like this anywhere.
I can appreciate a few good pairs of shoes, but this is insane. What are those?
Up top, we've got 3 dozen Oregon waffles. The waffle sole was created by the founder of Nike, who started pouring rubber and synthetic materials into a waffle iron to try to get soles that would grip the ground better. This shoe's an Oregon waffle from 1973, and it's in University of Oregon colors, which is where Nike got its start.
So how much is a pair like this worth?
$1,700.
Holy. Nike was started by Phil Knight and Bill Bowerman selling shoes out of the trunk of their car at track meets. They quickly became one of the most popular brands on the planet, and many of their product lines would sell out in minutes. That's why they're so collectible today. What are those sneakers?
The shoes behind me are inspired by cartoons, comics, superheroes like Superman, Spider-Man, the Incredible Hulk.
Okay. I like Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch.
Just because you are a Grouch.
You must like Cookie Monster then.
I don't know. What is that?
That's the dunk corner.
Holy sneakers. Bam, there it was. The Holy Grail. This thing was freaking amazing.
So what's so special about these, chum?
I mean, you got the What the Dunks, you got the Supreme Collection, you got the Huffs, you got the Diamond Tiffany Blues. Everything's here. Can't believe it.
So what exactly is a dunk?
In 1986, Nike made the Dunk. It was a basketball shoe. But since then, the Dunk has become an iconic skateboarding shoe. And behind me are about 50 pairs of the rarest Nike skateboarding shoes that have ever come out.
Okay, what's your most expensive pair of Dunks here?
This pair right here is worth about $5,000.
Whoa. So what do you want to do with all these shoes?
I want to sell them.
How much do you want?
$1 million.
$1 million for shoes. You gotta be kidding me.
I know for you, it's just two things on the bottom of your feet. But for other people, this is a whole world.
You really believe these shoes could be worth $1 million?
Yeah, I'd say we got close to, 15,000 just on this top row.
I think Chum set up a real possible deal here. I know enough to know that people will pay insane money for some Nikes, but I need to take a step back and work the math. $1 million comes out to $500 per pair of shoes. I'm thinking if I can get this guy closer to $200 a pair, it might be a deal, but I have to keep my labor cost in mind. I mean, what's your rock bottom price on them?
I want $1 million.
What I'm looking at here is something that's going to take me 2 years to sell a ball. I'm going to have someone working for me for 2 years that I got to pay a salary to sell all this stuff. I mean, I'll give you 300 grand for it.
No way.
I mean, that's cash. You walk away, you don't have to deal with nothing.
No way, not even close. I'll come down to 9.
Rick, don't let the deal of a lifetime slip out of your hands. Rick is a tough negotiator, but I can't let him pass this one up. This is a gold mine for him, and not to mention a pretty big payday for me.
How long did it take you to buy them all?
13 years. You'll never see another collection like this in the world.
I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll go $500,000. I won't go anymore because literally it's going to cost me at least $100,000 just to sell it all.
$500,000 is $250 a shoe. I've got shoes in here that were $5 grand. I'll come down to 8. That's my rock bottom price.
I'll tell you what, I'll go $550.
I can't do it. It's just too low.
It was nice meeting you, man.
Rick.
It's nice meeting you, too.
Rick!
I really appreciate you letting me see everything, but come on, chum, we gotta go. It's not gonna happen.
You want to sell anything individually?
Thanks for coming by. Nah.
Thanks for showing me.
Come on, chum.
You're really, really missing out. Rick, you know what? I still think it's worth a chance. Really sucks we didn't make that deal. Rick would have made some serious money, and I would have got my 2%. And having those shoes in the shop would be unbelievable. That sucks, Rick. We should have made that deal.
I know, but if the deal's not right, the deal's not right.
Well, you just lost me my percentage on the whole deal. Can you at least buy me lunch?
We've already had lunch and the day's over.
Second lunch. I'm telling you, that was $1 million in shoes there for a good deal. If you couldn't make money on that, I don't know what you could make money on.
Sorry, chum. Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe. Can we get a couple shots?
I'm not doing shots with you, chum.
Recently, I got a lead on a huge collection of Kobe Bryant game-worn memorabilia. Kobe is legendary, and it'd be insane not to follow up. So I convinced Rick to help me chase down the deal in sunny California. I figured since I'm doing the driving, hopefully Rick will be doing the buying. Me and Rick, we're both best friends on a broad trip.
There's no such thing as a broad.
If you have a bro trip and a road trip together, that's a broad trip.
You just can't make stuff up and make it cool.
I could.
What is a broad?
How do you spell road?
R-O-A-D.
How do you spell bro?
B-R-O.
B-R-O-A-D spells broad.
No, that spells broad.
All right, Rick.
I can't wait to see this stuff. It sounds absolutely amazing.
I put in a lot of hard work to find this collection of Kobe memorabilia. Don't go in here and blow it.
The difference between you and me, chum, is it's not your money.
Okay, well, you like Kobe Bryant, right?
Yes.
He's a legend, all right?
Yes. But remember, chum, it's my money.
Chill out, Rick. You're really killing the vibe. Don't you love when we go on vacation together?
It's not a vacation, it's a work trip. The only reason you're coming with me on this trip is because my back hurts and I don't want to drive.
No, I found this collection, Rick.
Thanks for finding it, chum. But still, it'll never top driving the tank. Wish me luck.
You got it.
Oh my God. When was that?
You were there.
Oh, that's right.
It was the coolest thing I've ever done. How much longer is it? Because I can't wait till we get out of this car.
Rick, we're getting close, all right? I know you can't contain all the excitement you have. When we go in here, I want you to be on your best behavior. Don't say nothing crazy, all right? Took a lot of work to get here today. How you doing, Chum Lee?
Hey, how's it going?
Called
Nick.
about the Kobe Bryant collection?
Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Holy Kobe. Wow. This is a lot to take in, Rick.
Whoa.
Since 1998, my father and I have been collecting Kobe Bryant memorabilia. Some of them are game-used balls. Some of them consist of game-used jerseys and warm-ups that are signed, along with some signed shoes. My father and I are looking to share our Kobe Bryant collection with everyone else, and we're willing to sell the collection for $750,000.
Kobe Bryant is a legend. The stuff that Kobe Bryant accomplished on the basketball court is next to none. He was an 18-time All-Star. He won 2 NBA Finals MVPs. He won 1 regular season MVP.
Yeah, I mean, he's an iconic person. People love him. And he passed away way too young. And you got a hell of a collection here.
Let me show you some of the stuff I have laid out. Okay, so back in 2002, Kobe didn't have a shoe deal. So he was constantly switching up his shoes. Here's the Allen Iversons, the Jordans, and then these are the Jordans from Space Jam.
2002, 2003. Kobe had just got out of his Adidas contract, and he had a 1-year clause in his contract where he couldn't re-sign with anybody. So he's not wearing Adidas like when he first started. He wore the Allen Iverson Reeboks, and these are player editions made for Kobe. These are both Jordans. These are some of the most iconic Jordans ever made, and Kobe got to wear these on the court, Rick. The next year, he signed with Nike. Kobe's signature Nike shoe was made, and I mean, the rest is history.
Okay, so what's the deal with the print right here?
Yeah, so this is a print signature by Kobe, and then he actually officially signed it on the left right there.
Okay.
And this is, you know, Kobe number 24. He was originally number 8, but Kobe actually switched up numbers in the middle of his career. Even when you switch teams, you usually keep your number when you're a player like Kobe. I mean, arguably the greatest player ever.
Maybe he just thought he was 3 times better.
Are these game-worn shorts?
Yeah, these are actually his rookie shorts, and these are right before they switched over to the baggy long cut.
Okay. And those are game-worn jerseys and maybe a warm-up jacket?
Yeah, I have 2 game-worn jerseys and then the practice warm-up.
Mind if I take a look?
Yeah, go for it.
This is what you always see Kobe in, either this yellow jacket right here or this one right here, walking on the court. Oh, this one's signed. And what about these balls right here?
This is actually a really cool piece. This is the only ball known to be signed by Jordan, Phil Jackson, and Kobe.
That's pretty cool. Those are like the GOATs. So, how much is the whole collection?
The whole collection, I'm looking to get $750,000.
I've already tipped off our sports expert, Dan, about this collection. I have a feeling he's gonna be as excited about this collection as I am.
There are big collections of Kobe Bryant stuff, but this is a massive collection.
I picked out a lot of good stuff here. I mean, check those out right there. Have you seen those before?
These are insane. No, this represents his stitches when he had his operation for the Achilles. This just makes me speechless because you just can't find this type of stuff. It doesn't exist.
And we have this, a signed piece from the Forum floor.
Yeah, piece of the Forum.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's signed by Magic Johnson and Kobe Bryant. I'll tell you right now, when you see something that you really can't replace, you want to grab it. You're not going to find this stuff. And I can see right away that this is the ticket from his last game, April 13th, 2016.
I was not leaving here without picking out a pair of shoes. And I chose the Reeboks because, I mean, these are the Allen Iversons. They're player edition, made for Kobe in the Lakers colors. You know, both shoes are signed.
Obviously, you know shoes, the 02-03 Reebok shoes are, you know, iconic.
This was the coolest time in basketball. You never see a star of this caliber without a shoe contract.
You did a great job in picking out all this stuff.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great variety.
Listen, Nick and his dad did the great job on collecting this whole thing.
I'll give him credit.
I'm just happy that I can maybe put something into my collection at home.
I let Chum pick out what he thinks we should buy. But it's my money. I mean, you deal with this autograph stuff all the time. Are these Kobe's autographs on these things?
I definitely feel confident that these are his autographs. I mean, he did that K with the loop a lot. And, you know, these are very, very identical to the signatures.
Okay, so what do you think all this stuff would retail for?
As far as value, you have about 11 pieces here. Retail value, a very fair retail value, you're looking at $75,000.
Thanks, man. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what happens.
Good luck. Amazing collection. Thank you.
Well, you heard what Dan said. Should I negotiate for the whole lot, Rick, or should I just pick a couple pieces?
No, you know, I'll take over from here, Chum.
I'll supervise.
What would you take for everything on the table?
I'm looking for about $70,000.
Like Dan said, you can probably get those numbers if you have a retail store.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to retail them. I will give you $35,000 right now.
That's a little too low for what I'm actually looking for.
I mean, what's your best price?
$50,000.
I'll give you $40,000. $40,000 cash for what's on the table.
40,000. We got a deal.
40,000, great deal. Let me go out to the car. I'll get you a check. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I'm just gonna take these right now. If you don't mind.
So Rick and I decided to settle on 40,000, and I felt that was a pretty fair bargain considering it's not about the money, it's about breaking up the Kobe collection and sharing it with everybody else. However, I am gonna miss those Allen Iverson sneakers.
Why do you have my Kobe shoes?
Well, if I have anything to say about it, they won't be yours much longer.
When did we get those?
Chum got a line on a bunch of game-used Kobe stuff, and I went down to LA and...
Check these out. Kobe Bryant, game-worn, autographed, one of the coolest shoes he wore outside of a Nike.
We got a lot of stuff. I spent $40,000.
Well, I brought in some good stuff. I'm hoping we can work out some kind of trade.
What are you talking about, Chum?
Well, you've been talking about you want to make the store more hip and appeal to the younger crowd, so I brought in some good stuff.
I'm not really big on trading.
How much you want for the shoes?
$25,000.
No, that's too much. Got a lot of stuff here, Rick. Like this skateboard, for example, goes for about $2,300. I figured we could work that into the trade. I'll give you a good deal. That's something you can sell at the store. I really want these shoes for my collection.
Then pay me for them.
These right here, player edition, LeBrons, just like these, but they're not signed or game worn or nothing like that.
No, just give me cash. You know what, Chum? Tell you what, I'll make it easy for you. Give me $19,000, you can have them.
19,000 trade.
19,000 cash.
19,000 trade.
19,000 cash.
Rick, I'm telling you, you really need this stuff in your shop. It's gonna open you up to the younger generation. I got some more stuff in my car. I'll be right back.
Didn't I just tell him I didn't want to trade for anything? I just wanted money?
Just humor him for a while.
Fine, but I'm not trading for the shoes. I want cash. You want to buy them?
No.
So recently, I've been on the lookout for some genuine Hollywood movie props. So Rob, my Hollywood guy, gave me a lead on this house in California that is supposedly the mother lode. I can't believe you wore that sweatshirt. I've taken Chum along because Chum has a really good eye for pop culture flicks, And I hear this collection has a little bit of everything. So we're gonna divide and conquer, and hopefully some deals are made. Are you William?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Rick Harrison.
How you doing? Pleased to meet you guys.
Rob called, said you had some stuff you might be interested in selling.
Oh yeah, I have a lot.
Okay. So I have a client who's really looking for screen-used Hollywood stuff.
Well, I have probably maybe 3 million pieces inside the house.
3 million pieces inside that house.
Yes.
They must be tiny.
I've been a Hollywood collector of memorabilia since I was 5 years old. I started with Hot Wheels, Lionel trains. Then when I got older, I would collect everything that I could from the movies. Pictures that were signed, collect clothing. I love clothing, bathing suits. I probably have 2,000, 3,000 bathing suits. There's some really nice stuff in there.
Well, let's go take a look at it.
Come on in.
Whoa. This is absolutely amazing. So where did you get all this stuff?
I bodyguarded for 37 years. I never took money, I took stuff.
So what I'm looking for is like screen-used props, screen-used outfits, stuff that was in cool movies that's recognizable.
They're everywhere in the house. Every corner, every nook and cranny. They're everywhere that you can look.
Well, with that being said, Rick, let the games begin. Let's see who can find the best stuff. Why don't you turn around and talk to your alter ego? I'm gonna go this way.
All right, just yell if I find something.
If you find something, let me know.
#1 Ghost Rider. Hail Caesar. Oh, Ricky Bobby race suit. Shake and bake. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so cool.
I see you found some stuff.
Ricky Bobby. It's Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. John C. Reilly, Will Ferrell, they were the race team. And I mean, what better line can you come up with than shake and bake?
Shake and bake.
Can I just keep these here and keep on looking?
Yeah, keep looking.
Definitely a treasure trove.
Baywatch. Ooh.
You have a lot of stuff.
Just a little bit.
What is that, by the way?
That is Margot Kidder's out of Superman.
She was Lois Lane from the original Superman movie. That's pretty cool. It was just such an iconic movie. I mean, this is Christopher Reeves, Margot Kidder, Gene Hackman played Lex Luthor. This is 1978, the year after Star Wars. You know, this is a time when they were finally figuring out special effects. And the public was just expecting more, and this is a movie that definitely delivered. Where did you get this?
I got this from Margot Kidder. You know, I've known her for a long time through the movies, and she just gave it to me. She knew I was a collector.
It's not Superman's costume, but for that movie, you could call that her main costume. So how much you want for it?
I like $100,000 for that.
Okay, I don't know, but let me talk to Rob when he gets here, and maybe we'll figure something out. I'm gonna go shop around some more.
I hope you find a lot of good treasures.
Yeah, because I could be in here for weeks.
Well, Rob, I told you it was gonna be an overload.
Wow.
Look who I found.
Dude, this place is kind of crazy.
This is the Toys R Us of like Hollywood memorabilia. This is incredible.
So you've been here before?
Never been. I've just heard the legend, and with William's background in the industry, I knew he had a whole career's worth of memorabilia. But this is way beyond what I thought.
Yeah, this is kind of insane.
This is insane. Wow.
I see you stumbled across the Baywatch bathing suits. That I already found, might I add.
Why am I not surprised? You're a Baywatch fan, right?
I'm a Baywatch fan, you know. That opening sequence is a teenager's dream.
Well, I could already tell from here those are the real deal. I've handled those before. Classic 90s television Americana. You cannot go wrong with that kind of piece.
How do you tell if they're real?
The indicator for me right off the bat would be the patch. If you fake a patch outside of the studio system, they're never quite as nice. And also they're signed. And knowing William's background in the industry, he probably got the signatures himself, so we'll have to pick his brain on that.
Wait to check out this other cool stuff I found. It's absolutely amazing. Rob, come on.
Okay. Come on.
Rob, you can finally meet William.
Hey.
Oh, man, I finally get to meet you.
What
I've
an
always talked to you
honor.
on the phone all the time.
And what an honor.
How do you
to be
like
here.
this stuff?
It's incredible.
There it is. That's it.
Wow, Superman the movie.
Right there.
Margot Kidder.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I have never seen a piece of Lois Lane wardrobe ever. So, wow.
I got like 3 things I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think Baywatch signed bathing suits are worth?
Because they're signed and they're coming from the man here, I think maybe about 1,000 I'd value each of them at.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, iconic 90s television.
So what would be your best price on the 2 signed red bathing suits?
I got them right from the horse's mouth. They're signed, 1,000 a piece.
I mean, I'd give you 600 a piece. I mean, I got to resell them.
I'd go 800 a piece.
Would you go 650 a piece?
No, I'd have to stay with the 800 a piece.
I just can't make no money at that. All right, so I guess Baywatch ain't gonna happen. What about Lois Lane? What do you think of Lois Lane?
Okay, I think it's amazing. This particular piece of Superman memorabilia, Lois Lane's costume that she wears when she flies with Superman, it's an iconic piece of Hollywood memorabilia. This is a big deal.
He wants 100 grand.
Okay. The tough thing with Lois Lane is one's never been on the market in my knowledge before. If you had a Superman cape, you know, I would say, oh yeah, last one went for 200K. But there's just no sales record that I have of what a Lois Lane would go for because none have ever come to auction.
They've never come up.
Yeah, from my knowledge. So
None.
this is the type of thing that if it went to auction, it could go crazy. But then again, maybe not.
Best guess if it went to an auction today.
Conservatively, 50, 60,000, somewhere in there.
Okay, so we're pretty far off.
We're way off.
All right, so no Baywatch, no Lois Lane, and let's go to Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Very, very cool pieces. The fact that you recognize them without any plaque is very cool. That's what you want in an iconic costume, easily recognizable.
What do you think it's worth?
The full suit is probably a little bit more desirable because of the fact it's all there, but then again, it's his jacket. I think they're both about 4,000 each.
Okay. What would be your best price on them?
I want 6,500 for the suit and 4,000 for the jacket.
Would you take 6 grand for the pair?
No, because that's real low. I've had people in New York, they offered me $10,000 for that jacket when I was wearing it.
We go 7,500?
I'll take $8,000 and I'll throw in the orange laughing clown hat for you.
Shake and bake?
Shake and bake.
Thanks, man. Sounds like a great deal. All right, let me get you paid.
I'm very happy about selling the 2 Ricky Bobby suits. I think Rick got a pretty good deal, and that's all that matters at the end of the day anyways.
One guess where we've been.
Knott's Berry Farm. Obviously Disneyland, dumbass.
We went to Disneyland, happiest place on earth.
Where you clearly bought a jacket from Talladega Nights that you shouldn't be wearing.
Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, is a cinematic masterpiece.
It's a very funny movie, but why are you wearing the jacket?
Because he thinks he's Ricky Bobby. I had to hear it the whole way home.
It's so cool. We went to this amazing Hollywood collection, and I bought this, and I got his race suit.
You are clumsy, you're a bad eater, and you will spill something on it.
You know what, son? You just sit back, maybe do a little prayer to the 8-pound, 6-ounce baby Jesus, and calm down.
Well, no, my Jesus wears a tuxedo T-shirt because he likes to party and be formal at the same time.
I just wanted to show you.
I don't want to
to
sell it with coffee stains on it.
You know what? This is why we didn't bring you to the happiest place on earth. Because even there, you probably wouldn't be happy like everyone else on the planet. Shake and bake.
Would you guys get up this morning before work and say, hey, make sure you wear your Mickey Mouse ears just to annoy me?
If you want some ears so bad, you can have mine.